Let me tell you something right out the gate. If you ever see a woman in yoga pants and an HOA windbreaker hop your fence at 7 a.m. on a Friday, don't bother finishing your coffee. Just start recording because you're in for one hell of a ride. Yeah, that's how this all started. Me just trying to split firewood in peace. My dogs sniffing the morning fog, and a power-tripping HOA president named Karen Milton literally trespassing on my land like she was on a reality show. She had no clue she'd picked the wrong ex-intelligence officer to mess with, but I was about to teach her and half the county a lesson about boundaries you don't cross.
I'll back up a second. Most mornings out here are so calm you'd think the world ended in the night and nobody bothered to restart it. Just me, Scout, and Timber. Two shepherds who know a deer from a troublemaker. No need for drama. But that morning, both dogs were posted up by the southwest fence, tense tails, stiff ears, up like satellite dishes. Not a squirrel in sight. Something was off. I pulled on my flannel, grabbed my mug, headed out, thinking maybe a coyote had wandered too close, but nope. There next to my private property armed owner sign was Karen. Tablet in one hand, tape measure in the other, sticking orange flags in my ground like she was planning a parade. I tried the polite approach morning, but she wouldn't even look up. Just kept clicking and measuring like I was interrupting her from curing cancer. Finally, she turned smile fake as a $3 bill. "You must be Mr. Draper," she said, and reached her hand out over the fence like we were at a garden club mixer. I didn't take it. "You're on my land," I told her, and watched the smirk slip a notch. She tried to play it off. Actually, according to county overlays, this strip here may be under Forest Lake's jurisdiction. I'm just verifying. "Yeah, sure." "No. I said you're trespassing. That sign behind you isn't a suggestion." She barely glanced at it. Those signs may be legally invalid if the land's in dispute. "Lady, the only thing in dispute is your sanity." She taps away on her tablet, mutters something about hostile response, and I realize she's actually logging me as a threat, like I'm the one doing something wrong. That's when I start recording on my phone. If Afghanistan taught me anything, it's that video beats shouting every time. "You're trespassing," I say again, "and you need to leave, or I'm calling the sheriff." Karen just laughs this dry, condescending bark and tells me she's acting in her official capacity. That's when things get Oscar-worthy. She suddenly shrieks, "He's threatening me. He's got attacked dogs. He pulled a weapon loud enough to wake the squirrels in the next county." Then she stumbles over my fence, runs to her white SUV, and starts dialing, pantomiming a gun for extra drama. I could feel the migraine coming on already. 10 minutes later, and I timed it, the gravel's crunching and sheriff's lights flicker through the trees. Two deputies, one young with a buzz cut, the other built like a bulldog that's seen it all. I clip my phone to my vest leash. The dogs meet them halfway. "You'll want to see this footage," I say. They do. Karen's whole performance start to finish, her ignoring the signs, my warnings, her wild claims, all on video. The bulldog deputy grunts, hands me my phone. "You got exterior cameras too?" 4. "Footage is cloud synced and flagged." He nods. Then Karen's out of her SUV, shrieking at the deputy's finger aimed at me like she's casting a spell. "That's him. He threatened me with a gun and sicked his dogs." The bulldog holds up a hand. "Ma'am, we've reviewed Mr. Draper's video. At no point did he threaten, brandish a weapon, or set his animals on you. You were trespassing." Her face goes fish-like, mouth opening and closing, but she can't reboot the lie fast enough. He edited it deep fake military tech. Now I can't help myself. I actually laugh. "Ma'am, do you hear yourself?" She calls me a psycho, tries to bull past the deputies, shoves her phone into the older cop's chest. And that's it. The younger one cuffs her right there, reads her rights while she shrieks about politics and conspiracies, and I try not to smirk, but the deputies see it anyway. The bulldog comes over as they pack Karen in the cruiser. "Guessing this ain't your first time with her." First time she crossed the fence. Been circling for weeks, though, measuring photographing acting official. He nods. You got copies of your deeds certified in the house you want 'em. Might as well get ahead of it, he says. If she or anyone tries again, call us. Don't handle it yourself. Sound advice. You'd think getting arrested for trespassing would slow Karen down. You'd be wrong. 4 days later, a white envelope shows up, HOA logo official as a ransom note. Inside a letter packed with pseudo-legal gibberish, non-compliance, excessive structures, aggressive animals, obstruction of community inspection access. She demands I take down my fences, demolish my sheds, and this is rich hand-over keys to my own gate for future inspections. Signed Karen Milton, freshly out on bond. I laughed so hard I nearly snorted coffee out my nose. I scanned the letter. Shot it straight to my attorney Lauren's subject line, HOA Fantasy Fanfic, Volume 1. She calls back deadpan as always. They're either idiots or think you'll roll over. You've read my file, I joke. Do I sound like the rolling over type? Not in this lifetime, she says. She drafts a cease and desist with all the real legal ammo, certified deeds, maps, county boundaries. Next day I post new signs at both roads, not part of any HOA private land, no exceptions. Should have been enough. But Friday comes, and so does the beeping of a truck outside. I look out survey company van, 2 guys in neon vests, dragging gear toward my corner clipboard and tripod. I head out, camera rolling. Morning, you boys lost? No, sir, hired by Forest Lakes. HOA verifying a disputed line. I cut him off. This is my land, not theirs. You're 2 minutes from being in a police report unless you leave right now. They take the hint, grumble, pack up. I get the whole thing on video, even catch a work order with Karen's name on it. Lauren is on it within hours, moving to pre-litigation, prepping a case for malicious harassment, notifying the sheriff and county. But then the phone rings, HOA lawyer on the line, talking smooth. Let's meet to clarify matters. I tell him, you want a meeting? Send me your maps. I'll send my certified deeds, then maybe sit down and ask Karen why she's dragging your HOA into a grudge match she's about to lose. He gets the message. Except the next day I get a certified letter petition for boundary reassessment with a map straight out of Fantasyland grayscale printout highlighter marks, red dotted lines slicing through my barn and chicken coop, labeled Historic Boundary 1973. Except the landmarks didn't exist until after Forest Lakes was built. Lauren laughs when she sees it. The map uses tech from the 2000s, fakes a file number, tries to pass off a forgery. She files complaints with the county and the court, even sues Karen personally for fraud, false police report, and civil harassment. We have it all. Recordings, maps, testimony, and thanks to a rogue HOA board member named Cliff who finally grows a conscience. Internal emails plotting the whole thing. Still, Karen keeps pushing. Sends more people to trespass, tries to get a county inspector out, but the inspector, Daniel, turns out to be an old colleague from my military days. He sees the fake maps, laughs them out of the building, recommends an audit of the HOA. Tells me install another trail cam, they'll try something dumber. He's right. That night, someone sneaks in, plants flags 15 feet inside my line. I catch his face on night vision, match him to Karen's inspection crew. Lauren files a restraining order, ups the civil suit. Karen's attorney tries to flip the script, sends a letter accusing me of harassment and emotional distress, says my cameras and signs make the community unsafe. I nearly choke on my coffee. Lauren's reply, cease and desist with every shred of proof copied to the county and the state board. Gloves are off. Then comes the final act. Karen organizes a community land walk, brings a flock of residents and board members onto my land, waving maps and flags like they're storming Normandy. I confront them, show my certified map, threaten to call the sheriff, and the crowd breaks. Cliff, the whistleblower, slips me emails showing Karen's plans to provoke legal trouble. Lauren files the mother of all lawsuits, harassment, malicious, trespass, fraud, conspiracy. Court day comes. Karen shows up like she's running for office, pearls folder, righteous glare. Her lawyer tries to argue historic boundaries and community safety, but Lauren shreds her with certified plats, drone overlays, and that email chain from Cliff. The judge asks if the HOA has any real maps. They don't. We play the video of Karen hopping my fence, screaming about guns. The judge leans forward. This is not just civil, it's potentially criminal. Karen's color drains. We win damages, penalties, and an order for the HOA to retract their claims, and the judge refers Karen to the prosecutor for criminal charges, false report fraud, trespass, conspiracy. That night, I sit on my porch, bourbon in hand dogs at my feet, watching the sunset across 12 untouched acres. Karen gets arraigned, the HOA implodes, the board resigns, and by winter the association dissolves completely. Neighbors apologize, even bake me a pie. Local news runs the story. Someone posts a video online, how to beat a corrupt HOA president with facts, dogs, and grit. I just wanted to split firewood and walk my dogs, but now folks at the farmer's market call me a legend, ask for advice, tell me I should run for office. Honestly, all I wanted was to be left alone. But if another Karen shows up with a forged map and a god complex, you can bet I'll be ready. Now let me ask you, what would you do if it was your land, your family, your peace? Drop a comment, share your story, and tell me where you stand on justice. And if you're ever facing down a Karen with a fake boundary map, remember, record everything. Sometimes the truth is all you need.